So now we're going to talk about attribute reader's brother / sister, attribute writer. Now, attribute writer tripped me up when I was first learning Ruby object-oriented program because I felt like it did a very similar thing as the initialize method. So it took me a little while to understand what the real difference was between them. And what it comes down to is attribute writer allows you to set values to an object, an instance of an object, after the object has already been created. Whereas in initialize, you have to set those values, initialize is used to set those values upon creation of the object. With attribute writer, you can set those values later, or you can change values that had already been initialized. So let's take a look at, actually let's start off with the other code first. So in this code, we have this setter method, item name, which is, it takes the instance variable item name and sets it equal to a value. In this case, we have a placeholder str, stand for string right now. So we have this instance of item called coffee, and we are calling our setter method item name and setting it equal to Starbucks. So now this instance of item called coffee has an attribute called Starbucks, and then we output that to our screen. So let's see what that looks like. I kind of just did that actually as I was testing before. So we'll just run it again one more time. And we see that coffee now contains the attribute called Starbucks. Now what if we wanted to shorten this up, do it in a more succinct way? Well, that's where the attribute writer method comes in. So attribute writer basically takes this code and gets it down to one line. And we can see we just do exactly the same thing. We set coffee instance to item.new. We call item name, which is given to us here with our attribute writer method and our item name method, and we output it to our screen. So let's try running that. Ruby attribute writer 2.rb, and we have Dunkin' Donuts. So now you guys know what attribute writer does, you know what attribute reader does. Let's go look at what attribute accessor does next.